What evidence would convince me of naturalistic mega-evolution? An atheist asked me, what evidence for evolution theory would make you accept it? My response: in this video, I answer the question above. Excellent question. Background: I am an ex-atheist and an ex-evolutionist. I accept the evidence for microevolution. However, I reject the extrapolation of microevolutionary processes, random chance variations, and natural selection to naturalistic mega-evolution, based on science and logic, not based on religion. Definition: microevolution is change inside a species, inside a genus and taxonomic family. Definition: naturalistic mega-evolution is the atheist creation myth of single-cell to human evolution by random chance variations and natural selection. My comment above addressed the microevolution part of the atheist's question. Now, I will address his question in the context of naturalistic mega-evolution. Background: I have had hundreds of dialogues and debates with evolution believers, including evolutionary biologists. My rejection of naturalistic mega-evolution incorporates information from my education and those dialogues. The strongest claimed evidence from evolutionary biologists as proof for mega-evolution in my dialogues with them are A. genetics, B. fossils, C. consilient nested hierarchies. So, I will focus on those three and related items here. I have discussed every line of proposed evidence that has been presented to me by evolutionary biologists in other videos. Question: what evidence for naturalistic mega-evolution would make me accept it? My answer is as follows. Genetics: if there were A. no islands of genetic complexity with enormous functional gaps between higher taxa, B. no genetic irreducible complexity, C. no islands of functionality in genes coding for proteins, D. no islands of functionality in genes coding for protein use in the cell, E. no taxa-specific orphan genes, F. no developmental genetic logic circuits, G. no complex independently specified functional information. H. if genetics showed universally consilient nested hierarchies. I. if genetics showed a universally consilient single tree of life. J. if genetics showed proof of universal gradualism from single cell to humans. K. if genetics showed no violations of the universally consilient nested hierarchies. L. if genetics showed no violations of the universally consilient single tree of life. M. no chimeras or chimera genomes across taxa. N. no mosaic genomes across taxa. Limits: if there were A. no random variation mutation material limits, B. no random variation mutation temporal limits, E. no mutation rate limits, F. no natural selection fixation time limits, B. no genetic deaths limits for fixation. Proteins: A. no islands of protein functionality in amino acid space, B. no taxa-specific orphan proteins, C. no irreducible complexity in proteins, D. no complex independently specified information in proteins. Fossils: A. if fossils showed universal gradualism, B. or at least 90% of the time. C. if fossils universally established gradualistic ancestor-descendant relationships, D. or at least 90% of the time. M. no chimera fossils across taxa. N. no mosaic fossils across taxa. Morphology: A. if morphology confirmed a universally consilient single tree of life. B. if morphology confirmed a universally consilient single nested hierarchy. C. no chimera morphologies across taxa. N. no mosaic morphologies across taxa. Nested hierarchy: genetics: A. if genetics showed universally consilient nested hierarchies, B. if genetics showed a universally consilient single tree of life, C. if genetics showed proof of universal gradualism from single cell to humans, D. if genetics showed no violations of the universally consilient nested hierarchies, E. If genetics showed no violations of the universally consilient single tree of life. F. If genome-level phylogenetic trees were identical with gene set trees and with individual gene trees. Nested hierarchy, fossils. A. If fossils showed universally consilient nested hierarchies of all individual characteristics. B. If fossils showed a universally consilient single tree of life based on all individual characteristics. C. If fossils showed proof of universal gradualism from single cell to humans based on all individual characteristics. D. If fossils showed no violations of the universally consilient nested hierarchies based on all individual characteristics. E. If fossils showed no violations of the universally consilient single tree of life based on all individual characteristics. F. If phylogenetic trees created using different individual morphological characters or features were all universally consilient. Nested hierarchy, cross-categorical consilience. A. If full genome phylogenetic trees were universally consilient with morphological trees and fossil trees. B. If gene set trees were universally consilient with morphological trees and fossil trees. C. If single gene trees were universally consilient with morphological trees and fossil trees. Note: those items are off the top of my head. Conclusion 1. Question: what evidence for naturalistic mega-evolution theory would make me accept it? 2. My answer is as discussed above. 3. I am an ex-atheist and an ex-evolutionist. I accept the evidence for microevolution. I reject the extrapolation of microevolutionary processes, random chance variations, and natural selection to naturalistic mega-evolution, based on science and logic, not based on religion. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. And comment below if you agree or would like to add your thoughts.